Who or what animals need minerals, vitamins and trace elements? The simple and complete answer is all of God's creatures need minerals, vitamins and trace minerals in order to sustain life and to prosper as a well-being as opposed to a healthy being. Many would think that well and healthy are the same thing. They are not. Healthy is generally thought of as an absence of symptoms, no bleeding and the ability to breathe with ease. Healthy people die every day given this definition. Reflect on your own life experiences and relationships. Wellness, on the other hand, is the organism functioning at individual capacity. Horses fall into this large group of God's creatures. Sadly, when horses are removed from their natural roaming nature for whatever reason, they can begin to slowly decline, and some quickly decline given the human stewardship they may be bound by. Horses left to their own desires may travel between 10 to 12 miles a day in order to graze on necessary plants to meet their dietary needs. The soil in which horse food grows varies in mineral content, nutrient content, elevation, sun and water availability, therefore the quality and quantity of forage will vary. Grass, oat hay and alfalfa quality or lack of quality of feed is controlled by these same conditions. If the soil is depleted, anything grown on it will be poor. When is the last time you saw an alfalfa field rotated? Every horse owner will agree to the last few sentences with respect to how and why things grow on planet Earth. Many times there is a subtle disconnect when one's horse is failing to thrive or, more importantly, begins to suffer decreased performance or function. Typically, we think, oh, no, when the vet tells you the cost of repairing or getting your horse back to that healthy state. Think of anorexia. It cannot be just black or white, but rather it is varying shades of gray. People begin to fail due to anorexia long before it becomes apparent to the casual observer. They are not eating, therefore they are not getting the needed proteins, carbohydrates, minerals, fats, vitamins and water, which are the body's building blocks. It is without a doubt cheaper or less expensive to manage a horse day-to-day in a reactive mindset, and it is more expensive economically and emotionally to care for a horse episodically in this reactive mindset. Conversely, it is cheaper or less expensive to manage a horse in a proactive mindset with fewer expensive episodes short of accidents. Many horse owners rely on trust when buying equine supplements for their horses, due in part to a lack of confidence in education or background in nutrition, brain freeze with so much information with so many products, or it's just a horse, everyone else does it that way, it's not a performance horse, etc. When picking a horse supplement, it is important to recognize the differences between grass, oat hay and alfalfa forage. There are differences besides availability and cost. Is your horse supplement forage or diet specific for your horse? Alfalfa is high in calcium, magnesium, potassium, protein and calories, content which the horse's body will wash out by binding it with phosphates, making it difficult for the gut to absorb magnesium and vitamin D. Simply put, when feeding alfalfa, the horse gets too much calcium, loses phosphates and therefore decreases its ability to absorb magnesium or vitamin D. What does this mean with respect to the performance of your horse? Phosphorus regulates the controlled release of energy, ATP and orin-pisata, and facilitates the absorption and transportation of nutrients. The ATP, adenosine triphosphate, molecule holds the cellular energy when the third phosphate bond is broken to form orin-pisatas, adenosine diphosphate. The high-energy bond is broken, releasing energy to supply fuel for many body reactions. Magnesium activates ATP and all changes of ATP to orin-pisatas, therefore magnesium holds the keys to energy. It stands to reason, if you decrease the availability of magnesium, you decrease the availability of energy to the horse on a cellular level. With lower levels of magnesium, it will be manifested as irritability, nervousness and an increase in muscle contractions or tetany, tying up, due to increased stimulation of nervous tissue. If the nerves do not relax, the muscle will not relax. Therefore, a forage or diet-specific horse supplement formulated for alfalfa will prove valuable when feeding alfalfa, and a forage or diet-specific horse supplement formulated for grass-fed horses will prove valuable when feeding any of the grass or oat forages. Is your horse supplement balanced in such a way that the minerals, vitamins and trace elements work together for the benefit of the horse as opposed to overworking the kidney, liver and gut? The lack of balance will force the body to deplete other resources to help in the elimination of the excess or non-absorbed contents of the supplement, and the organs will work harder or be overstressed processing this imbalance. These are very basic concepts relative to the application of a mineral, vitamin and trace element supplements for your horse. Can your horse absorb with ease the minerals, vitamins and trace elements contained in the supplement you provide? All vitamins, minerals and trace elements have more than one form, and that is a difference with a distinction that can make all the difference in the world when being absorbed by the gut of the horse. Many times manufacturers may use the less expensive form of a vitamin, mineral or trace element which is difficult for the horse to use, and sometimes use the more expensive forms to raise the price of the product, but once again the vitamin or mineral is difficult to absorb. For an example, minerals in the form of an oxide are difficult to absorb, minerals in a sulfate form are easier to absorb, yet can lower the pH of the system making it more acidic. Using minerals in a chelated form, which is a mineral wrapped around an amino acid, are highly bioavailable. There is little point in putting a mineral, vitamin or trace element in a supplement if it is difficult for the horse to absorb. It will cost in more ways than at the cash register. It will also be at the expense of the horse's liver, kidneys, immune system, gut, muscles and nervous system. Balancing of the vitamins, minerals and trace elements is very important. There must be a synergy within the supplement so the individual components work together in harmony to the benefit of the animal or organism. There are vitamins, minerals and trace elements which are not stored by the body which are necessary in maintaining the wellness of the horse and the performance of the horse. Performance horses by definition require greater high-performance nutrition. One does not expect a street vehicle to perform well in a NASCAR-sanctioned event, nor would your street vehicle run on the fuel used in a NASCAR vehicle. It would burn out very quickly. Does your Equine supplement contain viable probiotic? What is a probiotic? Probiotics are beneficial bacteria or microbes which support the immune system. When you have an infection which has overwhelmed your immune system, the doctor will prescribe an antibiotic to fight the bad bacteria, but this antibiotic kills good and bad bacteria. Probiotics for horses boost and maintain a more robust immune response, and your horse is less likely to become sick. The horse, being a hinge fermenter, requires great quantities of bacteria to break down or digest its food in the cecum. Anything which will destroy this bacteria, such as antibiotics, steroids, vaccinations, deworming protocols, injury, depression, disease and such, will have a negative impact on the efficiency of the gut and the immune system. Therefore, probiotics play a very important role in the overall well